All right, Edward Pevos with MLive, and I am here with Garth Brooks. We're at Ford Field. Listen, you're going to be performing in front of the biggest crowd ever here tomorrow night, 70,000 people. What was it like, though, in your early days in Michigan? I mean, this is kind of the biggest crowd you'll ever perform with here in Detroit. What about back in the day? You know,
well,
how was that like?
The odd story with Detroit is it might have been bigger than this crowd because we got to play the Hoedown when it was downtown. So who knows how many people were there. But it was fun, so that's kind of where it started. So now the fact that you come back after all these years, because you know you got to play the arenas, and it's always been a great place to play, but it's almost like full circle from the very first gig you ever played now to this. And what a hall, man! What a hall full of history. Go outside this field, and there's music history. Come inside this field, try to understand that I went to school with Barry Sanders. So this is the place. Huge Dick LeBeau fan. Huge. Had him out the house. Love him to death. This has got all the makings of everything great here for me.
Oh yeah. And you know, speaking of, you said Barry Sanders. You know, you have some of these local influences here. You did an incredible rendition of Night Moves in Notre Dame. Bob Seger, how did he influence you going? I mean, you're in his town, 20 minutes from here, by the way. So
yeah,
you know, call him.
He's the man, man. Just so much muscle in his stuff. So if you hear That Summer, that's what it was written for, was that kind of a muscle. If you hear Beaches of Cheyenne, a true cowboy story, it's got Bob Seger all running through it, that wide open stuff. So when we were lucky enough to go in the Hall of Fame, he came down to Nashville to put us in the Hall of Fame. And to watch him sing stuff you wrote for him, like That Summer, when he sings That Summer, the Garth Brooks version of it just falls flat. But him, man, he just breathes life into things. So I think that's it. Just as a kid, I kind of felt he was talking to me.
He's amazing. And Motown, you're in the Mecca. You're in the, this is one of the biggest music towns anywhere. Have you had a chance to go to Hitsville, USA, the Motown Museum? Did Motown influence you growing up? I'm sure it did, but how did it, kind of influence you growing up? The music,
man.
Supremes, Temptations, Stevie.
You're the last of 6 kids, and you got a mom and dad who had kids really young, so there was really no generation gap. So all of us had influences from everywhere. So there was going to be no mistake that Motown, since Motown was responsible for over 50% of the music at that time, they were going to be in the house. And just loved it, man. And that's what you were kind of raised on. Just that heart and soul of stuff. And what I love about Motown is as far from commercial as it can be. But it's what anything good is built on. So that makes you proud to be here. It makes you proud to be here as a sports fan. It makes you proud to be here as a music fan. But as a guy that stood on that stage and looked at audiences, you should be proud that Detroit is one of the greatest audiences to play for. I love this place.
Yeah. Well, welcome back.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. And listen, Garth Brooks, Ford Field.